TIMyT here. So do you ask yourself the question, would I be happy living in some place like Thailand? I think it's an important question, so I just want to peruse down the beach here, give you a little view for the day of Thailand, and talk about that. So you probably know by now my channel is about retiring or living in Thailand full time. And my job is to help you get from where you are now to where you want to be. But not just that, but to make sure when you get here that you already know what to expect and that you're okay with that. I don't want you to have too many surprises. That's why I try not to pull too many punches and try and tell you the way things are. So what I wanted to talk to you about today was whether or not somebody is going to be happy living in Thailand and what I feel the criteria is for that to happen. And the easiest way for me to determine that is to ask you some questions. And so the question I'm going to ask you is, are you the type of person that always is looking for what's wrong and want to fix it? This really applies a lot more to males than it does to females, because our role biologically is to try and fix things and correct things. And a lot of times that doesn't work, especially in Thailand. We come from countries in the West where there's a lot of rules and regulations. And those are good to a certain extent because they help to keep us safe. But it's got to the point now where in some countries it's sort of a nanny state and we're not allowed to make our own mistakes and learn from them. And so the question becomes, if you see something, say, you know, the old lady was just on the back of the motorbike and they don't have any helmet, do you feel like you should say something about that? So if you're on the highway and say it's a 6-lane highway, 3 lanes on both sides, and you see somebody pull over to the side and stop, and then when there's a break in traffic, drive across the 3 lanes to make a U-turn or a turn, as opposed to just merging over into a turn lane and turning, do you feel like, wow, that's not so good? And you have the need to talk about that or say something about it. Or we see all the time where there's motorbikes with a family. And the family has like the father driving, the mother in the back, and a baby standing up between them. Now in America that would be illegal. It's dangerous for the baby. TIMyT TIMyT? Yeah, it's normal. It's what they do. And now when we see that, we're going, oh, that's dangerous. They're going to kill the baby. This happens all the time. So here's an example of what I'm talking about, where I see this little girl standing on the chair, jumping up and down, and nobody there to catch her if she falls. And so that seems to me dangerous because these chairs move around really easy on the floor. So back in our home country, somebody would be telling the child, don't stand on the chair. And the mom went and got silverware and stuff and left the child just like that. And, you know, I look over there and I want to tell the child, please sit down. But, again, we don't do that here in Thailand. So this is an example of what I'm talking about. I'm wanting to interject and try and help out. So we're just going to chill and not say anything. Because that's what we do here. Right now? We see things, or you know, we're going down the beach right now. How many times have we gone to the beach and we want a quiet day at the beach and we sit down and all of a sudden a car pulls up next to us, or a pickup truck, with the music going real loud. And what do Thai people do if that happens? If the Thai people are sitting there and a car pulls up, or a truck, and it's got the music playing real loud, what do Thai people do?
Move someplace or stay and listen.
Yeah, move someplace or stay and listen. That's right. Somebody just said the other day on YouTube, well, you do these videos, it's always so noisy. Well, because Thailand's a noisy place. If I do all my videos with perfect sound and it's quiet, and you got over here to Thailand and you couldn't find peace and quiet, you'd be mad at me. Thailand's a noisy place. It's really actually hard to get away from noise. And so that's why I keep a lot of the noise in the videos, because that's what you should be expecting before you even get over here. Yeah, it's about the freedom. Now, the freedom's a double-edged sword. It allows you the freedom. Now, the third patriarch of China said the great way is easy for those that have no preferences. And to a certain extent, I agree with that, but I think you actually should have preferences. I don't think you should be too attached to your preferences. There's a saying that says, I should accept the things I can't change, have the courage to change what I can, and the wisdom to know the difference, or something like that. And that's very true, especially over here. You got to have the wisdom to know when you're going to change something, or when you're going to have the ability to influence something and not try and impose that on people. If you can do that and have, I've always said flexibility is important, and having flexibility to be detached, not only over here, but daily in all aspects of life. Again, have preferences the way you want things to be, and sort of accept what comes along. And if you can change it, that's great. But have the wisdom, like it says, to know the difference. So by stopping somebody or saying something to somebody, you're not going to change the way Thai people drive by doing that. And to a certain extent, you're going to need to adjust your lifestyle to accommodate what you feel comfortable with in the environment you feel comfortable in. Some people love the craziness and the hecticness and that freedom, and will join right in and say, yeah, this is great, this is awesome. Now, just like today, I'm driving with no sunglasses, no glasses, and somebody will say, you should have the glasses on. Yeah, I should. But I like to interact and with the camera, and I know there's vloggers out there that wear, just like I wear the hat all the time, they wear sunglasses all the time, and that's cool, but I really would like to make this as personal as I can, because I'm trying to touch on subjects and issues that I think are real important, and I really want somebody that comes to Thailand to have a successful life here. And so I think that helps. It seems like it's coming from my heart, and I think when you look into somebody's eyes, they say, what is it, the heart of the soul is in the eyes, something like that. And I think that's true. Looking in somebody's eyes, you can see a lot about who they are as a human being. And so this is why I do that. Now, when we're going up and down the beach like this, sometimes I don't have a helmet on because I'm going slow. I like the freedom. That's one of the reasons I'm here, so I can go down the road, even though in Florida now, when I left, we had no more helmet law on motorcycles. But if we go out on Pet Kasim, which is a highway going from between like Cha'am and Hua An, then we use the helmets. We use good helmets because we're going higher speed, right? And there's more chance of having a problem. Then if we're just going over to the market, we wear, minimal helmets like what Nat has. And if we're going down the beach, sometimes we won't wear any. Now, I've had foreigners look at me, shake their hands and fists and stuff like that when I do something that I do here normally because it's the way we do things. But somebody had the need, and it is a need, to give their judgment or opinion as to what I was doing and my behavior. And I understand that. I do the same thing we all do as human beings. We want to make a difference, hopefully for the good. Some trolls just do that just to make people feel bad. But I always think it's trying to help. But again, when we do that, it's a judgment that our rule or our way of doing things are better than somebody else's. And the real truth to that is that's not true. It's just a different way of doing it. And in any given situation, hey John, any given situation, there could be exceptions to the rule. So I just wanted to mention this and give you a little peruse down the beach and show you what the beach is like on days when they don't have chairs and umbrellas, and which is really nice. We enjoy this day, right? Yeah, it's our favorite day to be out on the beach. Anyway, I hope it's helpful. If you have any questions or comments, put it below the description in the comment section. Remember to like and subscribe, and anything you want to, yeah, always, what? Go ahead.
Always option.
Always an option, that's right. Anything you want to add before we say goodbye? No? Okay. Well, there you go. Hope it's been helpful. See ya. Hey, JC here. If you like that video, make sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel here. Also, we have another video up here you're going to be really interested in watching as well. And if you're looking for all the details of how to retire in Thailand in one place, plus a group of people to support you, check this out over here. Give it a click.